everybody, so today we're going to talk about drawing angles. So these are the steps we're going to follow, and then I'm going to model for you how to do some of them. So the first step we want to do is draw the bottom line and mark it with the vertex. We want to line up the protractor. We want to put a dot at our angle measurement, and then we want to connect that dot to the vertex. And I'll show you what I mean by all of that with some examples. So we're going to start by drawing an 85-degree angle. So I'm just going to make my vertex. It can be anywhere I want, and I can actually make this angle opening to the right or to the left. So for this first angle, we're going to make it going to the right. I'm going to use my protractor to make sure that the line is straight. Okay, so once you have that, you're going to set your protractor up same way you would if you were measuring the angle. Okay, and now I want to mark 85 degrees. There are two 85s on here, right? One would be right here between 80 and 90, and then one would be right here between 80 and 90. But I know that 85 is an acute angle, so I want to make sure that this angle is going to look acute, which means I need to use this 85 over here. So I'm going to put a dot where 85 is. If this is 80 and this is 90, 85 would be that line right in between. And I'm going to turn my protractor so that the dots line up. I'm going to draw a straight line connecting them. And I always want to check that it looks acute because 85 is acute and this does look like an acute angle. And we're going to try this again with 155. So I'm going to draw my vertex. I'm going to draw my bottom line. You always want to use the protractor so that your lines are straight. Then I'm going to take my protractor, I'm going to line it up, and I'm going to mark 155. Now again, I know that I want this to be an obtuse angle, so I am not going to use the 155 over here because that would not get me an obtuse angle. I'm going to look for the 155 on this side. Here's 150, here's 160, so I'm going to want to mark halfway between 150 and 160, right up there. And then I'm going to use the bottom of my protractor to connect the dots. I'm going to check. Yep, looks like an obtuse angle. Okay, so here we're drawing a 90-degree angle. For this one, I'm going to draw my vertex, and then I'm going to draw my angle opening the other way, just to show you what that looks like. I'm going to line up my protractor. And I'm going to mark where 90 degrees is, right up here. I don't have to worry about acute or obtuse because it's a right angle. And then I'm going to connect the dots. And I have a 90-degree angle. I can even draw that little symbol in there to show that. So these are pretty easy because they ended in 5 or 0. So now we're going to do some that are a little bit more challenging, like 27. Hold on. Okay. So same process, I'm going to draw a vertex, draw my angle opening to the side, line up my protractor. Now 27 is acute, so that means I'm going to want to be over here on this side. And I want to look, okay, here's 20, here's 30. So if I actually look above it and I look at these little lines, I can see that this is 20 and this is 30. That middle line's 25. So for 27, I would want to go 2 more towards 30, right about there. Then I'm going to connect those dots. And I have a 27-degree angle. So here I have 46. We'll show how to do it going the other way. So I'm going to draw my line right here. Line up my protractor. This is an acute angle, so I'm going to want to pay attention over here instead of this 40. So right here, here's 40, here's 50. 45 would be the line right in between, so if I just go one past that, I'll get to 46 and put my dot there. Then I'm going to use the bottom of my protractor to line up my vertex and that dot, and I have a 46-degree angle. Last one here is 122 degrees, obtuse. So I'm going to draw my vertex, draw my bottom line off to the side, go into the side, line up my protractor. Okay, now for 122, I don't want to go over here because that is going to make my angle look acute. Instead, I'm going to swing over here. I see 120 is this, 130 is here, so I'm going to go 2 spaces past 120. That would get me to 122. Then I'm going to connect that dot with my vertex, and I have a 122 degree angle. Okay, so to review the steps, first you draw your bottom line with your vertex. You can draw that opening up to the right or the left, it doesn't matter. Line up your protractor like you're used to. Put a dot at your angle measurement. When you're doing this, make sure you pay attention to whether your angle is supposed to be acute or obtuse, and make sure you put the dot at the right place to make it look acute or obtuse. And then you're going to connect your dot to your vertex to get the angle. Always a good idea after you draw it to double check that it looks acute or looks obtuse, depending on what it's supposed to be.